All right, here we go with Sleuth version 4.45. Rufus is excited. Hope you are too. Let's keep the manual open just in case we need it. All right. If you find this program entertaining, a $7.50. Oh, not $10. It's down to $7.50. What was the version? Hang on. Let's get the box art back up. So the other one said, oh, so an earlier version of the game asked for $10, but the more recent update version 4.45 asked for only $7.50. So he actually lowered the asking price. You also saw that one said 15. Wow, interesting. Interesting. All right, so yeah, by Eric N. Miller of Norland Software, P.O. Box 84499. Oh yeah, he even changed it from a street address. Originally it was a street address. This one says, yeah, 1433 North Fuller Avenue, number 6. And even the zip code on LA changed, yeah. So you are encouraged to copy and share this program with others. Press any key to begin the game. All right. Do you want to review the instructions? I think that's the same as what was included. Yeah, this looks the same. Or it seems like slightly changed, but it's basically the same. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's do personalized sleuth, option B. All right, so we're going to do suspect number 1 is Hakiv. Hakiv does not have a last name. Suspect number 2 is Durafin. 3 is Bill. Bill is his first name. Bull is the last name. Then we have Sprint God. Last name God. Bomb Burst. Briar Cub. And Big Red Art Set. Lars, thanks for the host. Did we play anything that was postcardware so far? We've definitely played like some freeware games before. I don't know if the Kevin Bale's Castle Adventure, I don't remember whether that actually gave you an address that you could make the donation or not. I don't remember it, but that's not to say you didn't have it. There are also like obviously a bunch of amateur text adventures we've played, but I don't remember those having that either. Bill Bull Beckins. Mr. Bull is my father. Please just call me Bill. Baron Bombers is your title. You'll take it. Nice. All right, here we go. Sprint God was brutally murdered only hours ago. So Sprint, if you're actually saying that you were the murderer, you murdered yourself. Sprint, you've been killed. Oh my gosh. So everyone who put Cedric's on Sprint God, you better hope we die this. We don't. Well, actually, you've already lost no matter whether we solve the case or not. You've already lost. And Sprint chose the game and he got killed for it. He got killed. The body was removed by persons unknown from the murder scene. You are now standing at the front door of the God Estate. It's a godly estate. The door is open. So let's just see how, like, can you look at a room, or how does this work? Examine. I'm sorry, but I can't seem to make out what you're trying to say. Examine room. You can't search the entire room. Try examining the objects in the room. Well, what objects are in the room? You're walking down the main hall. The walls are covered with a variety of old master paintings, really. Can we examine the paintings? They seem to be authentic old master paintings. Interesting. We can't move the paint. This doesn't have a... I don't know if we can take the paint. That wouldn't be a murder weapon. It's not very sporting to steal things from your host. Besides, shouldn't you be looking for the murder weapon? Yeah, it's not going to be like an inventory sort of adventure. Examine the hall. Okay, you can't search the entire room. All right. Let's go in this room. There's the entrance to the conservatory. Oh. This is the conservatory. A baby grand piano sits on a mink throw rug. A marble bust of Beethoven sits on top of the piano. I wonder if that could be like a murder weapon, is the Beethoven bust. Scylla was the first to accuse him. He's dead. Suspicious. Hey, welcome, Zordon. A bomb burst sits at the piano playing a somber concerto. Hello, bomb burst. Let's search. Let's search Mr. Burst of bombs. You're too far away from bomb to conduct any kind of search. How about now? Search bomb burst. Bomb takes great offense at your forward behavior, but allows you to search anyway. You find nothing. Bomb burst, you're clean. You're clean, bomb burst. You're very clean. All right, let me go back to what the commands are here. So I remember. So we've searched him. I guess we can question him now. Or we can also examine the piano. Seems to be a standard 88-key musical instrument. Examine the bust. I don't see much of anything unusual about the bust of Beethoven, but then it's hard to find any incriminating evidence without a magnifying glass. Yeah, we gotta find that first. Fair enough, game? Fair enough. Alright, let's question Bomb Burst for his alibi. Bomb turns away from you and murmurs, I spent the entire evening with Durfen in the kitchen. Whoa, Bomb Burst, what were you doing with Durfen in the kitchen? I'm just so shocked by this whole affair. Murder is such an ugly business, don't you think? Of course, I've heard that Briar doesn't share my opinion on that point. Wow. Bomb Burst throwing Briar Cub under the bus. Under the bus. All right, so let's just write down here. We know that Sprint God has been killed. Murdered. No, he's in. So Sprint God has been killed. Bomb Burst is saying was with Durfen in kitchen. So Briar Cub, Bomb Burst claims that Briar Cub doesn't think murder is an ugly business. Briar Cub loves the murders. So it's a Bomb Burst Durfen alliance. We're gonna have to vet your alibi, Bomb Burst, with Durfen. So Bomb Burst right now is in the conservatory, but they're gonna move around actually. So I don't know whether it's worth writing that down. They're supposed to be moving around. All right. Let's go to our next room. You've entered the living room. A large divan sits in the middle of the room. Many overstuffed chairs are arranged at the edge of the room. An ornate hourglass in a heavy silver frame sits on the coffee table. You know what? Maybe I should actually write down where the items are, though. So, conservatory has the Beethoven bust. We have the living room with the hourglass. Okay. I don't know if that would be a murder weapon, but we can examine it anyway. Yeah. Doesn't look like the murder weapon to me, but yeah, we don't have magnifying glass to see. All right. And then we also had Bomb Burst, of course, was in the conservatory, at least early on. Second case of plate should be hard mode, no notes. No. Always notes. Always notes. Burka. Especially since this doesn't seem to be real timed. It's probably like movement or command timed with when you get killed. All right, let's go to our next room. You're now in the dining room. A large oak table dominates the room. A silver serving set sits on a smaller table in one corner of the room. The dining room. Crystal decanter sits at one end of the table. So we have a serving set, crystal decanter, and Big Red art set is examining the silver serving set. Really, Big Red? What are you doing that? So it's not worth examining anything until we have our magnifying glass. Okay. Question, Big Red. Big Red shrugs nonchalantly and says, I spent the entire evening with Bill in the conservatory, and let me tell you, Inspector, that I deeply resent being questioned about Sprint's death. There's simply no way that I could have killed Sprint. We were much too close. Whoa. Maybe it was a lover's quarrel between Big Red and Sprint God. Maybe. We'll see about that. So Big Red claims he was, I guess I'll do alibi like this. Okay, with Bill in conservatory. Okay, and then Bomber Salad was with Durfen in kitchen. You deeply resent it, huh, Big Red? All right, we're going to search you. Sorry, Big Red, we're going to search you. Big Red takes great offense at your forward behavior, but allows you to search anyway. You find nothing. Nothing. All right, next room then. Got to find this magnifying glass. You're in a spacious kitchen. A large butcher block table. Oh, did I write things? Yeah, I did. Sits in the middle of the room. The walls are lined with bright brass pots and pans. A silver bottle opener lies on the table. Durafen is studying a calorie chart hanging on the wall.
No bulges here.
Oh. Durafen watching what he eats, I suppose. Very good of you, Durafen. Very good of you. Let's question you. Durafen replies distractedly, Bomb and I spent the entire evening together in the kitchen. Now, is that all you wanted to know? I really would like to go lie down if you don't mind. All of this murder business has given me a splitting headache. Well, Durafen, if you have a splitting headache, why are you busy reading calorie charts? Come on, Durafen. Come on. All right, does seem like Durafen is corroborating Bombburst's alibi. So it's looking pretty good for both Bombburst and Durafen as not being the murderers. He says he was with Bombburst in the kitchen all night, backing up the alibi. But regardless, Durafen, we are going to search you. And we found nothing on you. All right, Durafen. You're in the clear for now, Durafen. For now. Okay, you were standing in a pantry. The shelves are filled with a dazzling array of imported delicacies. A large tin of salmon lies on the floor. Ah, yes, murder by salmon tin. Love it. Salmon tin. Nice. Okay. Just need to find the magnifying glass. Oh. How do we get to the other side of the house? Do we go through the... down here? You're standing on the front stoop. It is storming heavily out here. Shit, how am I getting to the other side of the house? Doesn't look like there's a... Yeah, we can't go farther to the right. Is there like a secret passage or something? How do we do that? Bilbo walks past you in a great hurry. Bill, where are you going, Bill? Where are you going? Oh, yeah, these are stairs. Ah, yeah. You're in the lower steps of the staircase. The oak steps are highly polished and somewhat slippery. Bilbo walks past you in a great hurry. Bill, what's going on, buddy? Bill replies haughtily. I spent the entire evening with Big Red in the conservatory. Now, with all due respect, Inspector, I'm sick of your meddling. Why don't you just leave well enough alone and go back to wherever it is you came from? Whoa, Bill, lose the attitude with me, buddy. Huh? Wow, Bill. Wow. Is that the way you treat all inspectors? All right, so you're saying you're with Big Red in the conservatory. I think he's backing up Big Red's. Yep. All right, so they back each other up. So all of a sudden, it's only Hakive and Briar Cub who are unaccounted for. Hakive and Briar Cub. Things are not looking good for you two. Not looking good. Oh, man. Yes. It's a very posh accent of Bilbo the Third Esquire CPA Barbecue Jr. Yeah, we didn't even bring our own magnifying glass. We got to find one. All right, we're gonna search you, Bill. I don't like all of your haughtiness. Bill takes great offense. Allows you to search anyway. You find nothing whatsoever. Get, drop, guess, gather, accuse. Okay, so yeah, so far we're okay. All right, let's go up the stairs. So this is the second floor. I see. You're standing on the upper half of the staircase. One of the steps creaks rather loudly. Oh boy. You're walking through the upstairs hall. Oh no. Fuck, man. No frames. Losing the frames. Usually comes back in about 30 seconds. The stream murderer. Back? Okay, great. Awesome. It's good, it's good. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right, we were just walking up the stairs, and we made it to the upstairs hall. Discreet oriental silk screens decorate the walls. We're gonna now check out. The door leads into the guest room. You're standing in the guest room. The room is decorated in a tasteful oriental style, but looks rather barren. An antique oil lamp sits on the night table, and Durfen is hiding behind the door. Durfin, are you going to kill me? Why are you hiding behind the door, buddy? Why are you hiding behind the door? Wow. Well, we've already questioned you, Durfin. I don't know if I want to question you again, especially if you're hiding. You're more likely to kill me. Now, Durfin, you're the one that said you had the headache, right? Yeah, Durfin said he had the headache, and now he's hiding behind the door. He's not lying on the bed as he claimed to be. So yeah, very shady, Durfin. Very shady. Not liking this. We're not, we're going to get out of there. Door leads into the library. This room is a comfortably furnished library. The shelves are lined with a large selection of dusty books. An unabridged dictionary sits on a table in the middle of the room. Big Red Art Set sits in a chair reading Watership Down. Have you read that before, Big Red? Is it one of your favorite books? One of your favorite books. It's all the headache. All right, we've already questioned Big Red, right? We're looking for Briar Cub and Hakive right now. Briar Cub and Hakive. You're standing in the master bedroom. Marble fixtures adorn the room. Ah, we got the magnifying glass. We got the magnifying glass. All right. Master bedroom. Let's take the magnifying glass. You're now carrying the magnifying glass. All right, so now we can examine objects and such. That's good news. This is the master bedroom. What? I thought I just came from the master bedroom. A canopied bed dominates the room. To one side of the bed is a beautifully hand-carved dresser. An empty bottle of champagne sticks out from under the bed. Did I just misread that? Was the other bedroom not the master bedroom? That's weird. So this has a champagne bottle. Let's examine that, shall we? It is a bottle of Chateau Rothschild, 1966. Nothing suspicious about it. Examine the dresser. The dresser is obviously a very high quality. We can't like open the dresser or anything though, so. All right, last room is the well-appointed study. Many papers are strewn about. Unlike the other rooms in the house, the study appears very lived in. An empty pewter mug sits on top of the desk. Let's examine that. There are traces of blood on it. This must be the murder weapon. All right, we found a pewter mug killed somebody. The pewter mug. So we found the murder weapon. Pewter mug. Man, who knew that pewter could be used to kill people? But we know the weapon, but we need to know the room. I think, right? And the murderer. Yeah, what do they say about the best way to find out the... We have to observe the behavior of the guests. Oh, try to examine whatever the guests might be looking at or playing with. Ah, so like the calorie chart. Got it. Okay. Got it. All right. So we know where the mug is, the murder weapon. Let's go back in the guest room. Durfin is still hiding behind the door. Let's examine the door. There's nothing unusual about the door. How about the oil lamp? Seems to have served no useful purpose, really. Lamp. Huh, okay. How about Durfin himself? He's probably not gonna have anything on him. I guess we go back to the... Maybe we go back to the calorie chart that Durfin was looking at. Bombers hope he is the killer. Although you have someone that corroborated your alibi, Bombburst. I don't know about that. Okay, Watership Down. Let's examine the dictionary. Nothing unusual. How about Watership Down? The book. Perhaps I just don't understand what you're looking for, but I don't see anything like that around here. Book? The books on the shelves look fairly dull. Okay. Examine Big Red. Okay. Too far away to conduct a search. All right. All right, let's go back downstairs. Uh-oh. The murderer has grown suspicious of your investigation. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. So we still don't know who the murderer is and where they did it. And Rufus is very concerned about this. Bombburst walks past you in a great hurry. Oh, here he is. Let's question him for his alibi. Hopefully you don't kill us, Bombburst. Bomb turns slowly and responds. I've already told you that Durfin and I spent the entire evening in the kitchen. That's all I can think of to say. Bombburst getting very curt with us. Shit, so we're on thin ice here. Okay, we got the marble bust. Now Durfin is staring at the floor. Man, Durfin, you're just all over the place, aren't you, buddy? Examine the bust. Wait, examine Beethoven? No. Piano? You can't make out what I'm... Oh, because I was putting X like infocom, not examine. It's a run-the-mill marble bus. Okay, look at the piano. Standard 88-key musical instrument. And Durfin looking at the floor. Examine the floor. I can't see what Durfin is looking at all the way from over here. Examine the floor. Nothing unusual about the floor. Okay. I think we need to see the calorie chart. Let's go in the kitchen. Oh, shit. Calorie? Damn it. Okay, what else was in the kitchen? The bottle opener? Bottle opener appears to be a great deal of use. Okay, what about the room? Wasn't there something else here? Oh, butcher block, table. Let's look at the table. Nothing unusual, okay. Standing in the pantry, Bilbo is searching through the tins. What are you looking for, Bill? What are you looking for? Unusually large tin of salmon. Shelves? Nothing unusual, okay. We're now in the dining room. We couldn't look at the calorie chart. Bombers is examining the silver serving set. And we got a large oak table. Nothing unusual about that. How about the crystal decanter? The decanter appears to be empty. The table? Nothing unusual. Smaller table. Oh, there's a smaller table. Nothing unusual. All right. We got one more room to look at, so maybe we missed something. We got the divan, chairs, and hourglass. Divan looks very comfortable. All of the chairs are quite innocuous. What did I say? There was an hourglass. It is an attractive timepiece, but not very practical. Okay, so we have not found any evidence of where the blood is. Interesting. Maybe it could have been done in the hall. Look at the paintings. They seem to be authentic old master paintings. Okay. So we probably haven't done a good enough job observing the behavior. Now Durfin is sitting at the table playing a somber concerto. And we still have not been able to find Hakive or Briar Cub. Was Watership down to Brook about murder? Not to my knowledge. Yeah, Briar Cub's playing hide and seek with Inspector Hippo. Hippo. We never looked at the rug, actually. The rug looks very plush and comfortable. Okay, we can't, like, lift it or anything. Let's go. Uh-oh, the murderer is now stalking me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We could die here. We could die. Let's look at the steps, since they're creaking rather loudly. The steps are a finely polished oak. Shit. Check out the silk screens. They are expensive Chinese artworks. Big Red is staring at the floor. Look at the floor. Big Red, you better not kill me, man. There's nothing unusual about the floor, okay? Check the night table. Nothing unusual about that. Okay, library. We looked at the shelves and the books already, right? Oh, we didn't look at the table. Nothing unusual. Nothing unusual. It's not unusual. Master bath. Oh, it's a master bathroom, not the bedroom. So this is the master bathroom. That's where we got the magnifying glass. Marble fixture. Examine the fixtures. Fixtures are all carved out of pink marble. Can we hide from the murderer? Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. Okay, check out the bed. The bed looks very warm and inviting. Sleep on bed. The dresser is obviously very high quality. We already looked at the bottle. We can't, like, look under bed, can we? Yeah. The parser doesn't work that way. Look at the papers. Hakive. Uh-oh, here's Hakive staring at the floor. The papers look very official, but don't seem to hold any clues. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Hakive, you might kill us, buddy. Examine floor. There seem to be blood stains on the floor. This must be the scene of the murder. Let's question Hakive. What is his alibi? Hakive looks up from the floor and says, I spent the entire evening alone in the library, but just because I was alone and just because everyone knows I hated Sprint is no reason to single me out. Is it, Inspector? Whoa, Hakai. Whoa. Damn. You hated Sprint God and you don't have much of an alibi that can be corroborated at all. And you're at the scene of the crime. So now we know that the murder weapon was the pewter mug. We know that the murder room is the library. What we don't know is who the murderer is. It's either Hakai or likely it's either Hakai or Briarcub. Likely Hakai. So what we could do, because the murderer is stalking us, we could just go out on a limb and say, hey, it's Briarcub or Hakai, and assemble everybody here. So that would be interesting. Oh, I never started the timer, the cart timer. 25, so it should be 35. So that would be interesting. We got a 50-50 shot. We've not found Briarcub at all. You know what? I'm thinking if it were Hakai, he would have just killed us now because it said the murderer was already stalking us. So Hakai, I'm gonna trust you, man. I'm gonna trust you. I think Briarcub, you sir are the murderer because if Hakai were the murderer, he would have just killed us. So by process of elimination, Briarcub is the murderer. We're gonna be gathering everybody here and seeing if we are correct. So I think we do gather. Actually, I'm curious just to see, do people get the guest list? The house guests now lurking around the god estate are. Nice. All right, Bomb Burst. So we're going to gather everybody into this room. Oh, do we need... Oh, I think we need to take the mug, actually. Do we? You're now carrying the murder weapon. Okay. Now gather everybody. The suspects all have gathered here in the study to hear your accusation. The door is now locked. All right, here we go. Accuse. Briarcub. Briarcub turns to you and glares. Yes, I killed Sprint, and if the others weren't here, I'd kill you too. This whole investigation of yours has really put a damper on my weekend plans, Inspector. The case is closed after 366 move. You now rank as an apprentice sleuth. There we go. Oh, Briarcub, you are the murderer, sir. You are the murderer. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it has ranks. It has ranks. I didn't know it was going to have ranks. Wow. We might have to play this more times for higher ranks. Look at that. Oh, man. Briarcub, you were the murderer. Our logic was sound. Another player shifting the sub to Briarcub. Plane, what are you doing? Making gifts to murderers? Briarcub has killed Sprint. He's killed Sprint. Wow. The case is closed. Case closed. Apparently crime does pay. Briarcub, you cheeky bastard. You killed the Sprint god. You killed him. Thank you, Plane, for the gift sub. Oh, the ranks are based on locks, Silo? So if we played like 5 more cases, we wouldn't continue the rank. Or maybe it's based on like how many moves, like the fewer moves you take, the higher your rank would be. How does the ranking system work? Because we'll definitely give out like the Cedrics for the time guesses based on 2652, but it is based on moves. So it's how fast you solved it. Okay, so it doesn't remember over time. All right, got it. All right. Well, there you have it. So, after 26 minutes and 52 seconds, we have successfully sleuthed out that Briarcub was the murderer. He killed Sprint God with a pewter mug, and he did it in the library. Everybody else was innocent, but that cheeky Briarcub was stalking us. But we got to him before he got to us. Yeah, how do you about that? Yeah, with a pewter mug, the bloody pewter mug. Not only, and the murder weapon was in the same place as the murder room, which I'm guessing might have just been random luck. Most of the time, it's probably in a different room. Is it really premeditated if you use the mug? Wow, Arkham. All right, so let's give out the Well, first of all, I guess we have to give... I should have been giving out Cedric's. It was my bad for finding the weapon. We should have given out 1 for finding the magnifying glass, and then 3 apiece for getting the murder room and the murder weapon. So that would have given out 7. And then additional 3 for getting out the accusing the right person. That gets us up to 10. And then 1 extra for the time guess, or for like 1 hour basically. So it gets 11 Cedrics for everybody. And then we have to find out, so we have, how many were in Briar Cub? 220 Cedrics were placed on Briar Cub. Briar Cub was the murderer. So congratulations, Bill Ball wins 1,208 Cedrics. And Morgan loses 1,000 Cedrics. So the winner, Bill, bet 100 and gets 1,208. Durfin bet 100. Oh, Durfin also bet 100 and gets 1,208. And then Douthie bet 20 and will win 241. So nice job, Bill, Douthie, and Durfin. Well done. Yeah, the more you bet, the more you stand to win. You get proportionally out of the pot. So Bill and Durfin split most of the winnings, and Durfin also gets a nice little thing. So wow, we got Briar Cub. How about that? All right, I think we should do a quick... Let's just quickly see what happens if you... Actually, I guess we'll do that. Why don't we... Well, let's put it up on the shelf. It was a fun game. Obviously very short. Meant to be played several times. You know, pretty simple, but again, for 1983, for an amateur, it's a fun little thing to do, sort of like a version of Clue. It looks like the alibis are actually kind of simple, so I just figured if they each back up each other's alibi, that means they're probably pretty good. Obviously, we played Clue a little while ago, the FMV version of Clue, and that had, you know, there was different sequencing, so even if someone backed up your alibi for part of the night, there's another part of the night which you could have actually committed the murder. So it's obviously not as complex, but for, you know, for 1983, like a shareware donation or a title, it's pretty good, I think. Some nice descriptions and things going on. And certainly, like, remember in 83, you had text adventures, but you certainly, I mean, King's Quest 1 was released in 83. So you, even just like movement, to have this kind of game where you can move around from room to room was probably pretty rare. So pretty fun. And, you know, for 1983, this would have been pretty cool. Get a lot. So let's head to our Hall of Adventure. We'll go to bookcase number 2. We're going to put game 249, Sleuth, and put it up on the shelf. There's Sleuth. Man, look how much room it's taking up, too.